Born on January 4, 1943, Sharon Tate was an American actress and model whose life was tragically cut short at the age of 26 due to the Manson family murders. Yet, her story encompasses so much more than just this dark chapter. Recognized for her striking beauty and radiant spirit, she was a kind-hearted individual who embraced life and looked forward to motherhood. Her vibrant personality shone through in her work and personal relationships. By delving into her life, we uncover not only her film contributions, but also intriguing, lesser-known aspects that highlight her uniqueness. These hidden stories paint a richer picture of Sharon Tate, showcasing her determination, friendships, and the legacy she left behind, making her more than just a victim in history. Let's explore these fascinating details that reveal the Hollywood icon many may not be familiar with. Born in Dallas, Texas on January 24, 1943, Sharon Marie Tate entered a world shaped by her upbringing as the eldest of three daughters to Colonel Paul James Tate, a United States Army officer, and Doris Gwendolyn. Barely 6 months old, she stood out by winning the Miss Tiny Todd of Dallas pageant, a cute accolade that hinted at her future in the spotlight, although her parents had no ambitions in show business for her. Paul Tate's military career meant frequent moves, and by the time she was 16, Sharon had lived in 6 different cities. This constant upheaval made it hard for her to form lasting friendships, leaving her feeling isolated. Family members described her as shy and lacking self-confidence, traits that would shape her interactions in the years to come. As she grew older, Sharon noted that her shyness often led others to view her as aloof, until they got to know her better, hinting at a depth that remained hidden beneath her reserved exterior. As she matured, Sharon Tate became known for her remarkable beauty, which drew attention from many around her. Shortly after this recognition, she entered several beauty pageants. Her efforts culminated in 1959 when she was crowned Miss Richland in Washington. However, this achievement was short-lived. Soon after winning the title, her family received news that her father was being transferred to a posting in Italy, prompting Tate to give up her crown. Although she relinquished her title, her doll-like beauty and charm would leave a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. This beauty not only defined her early years, but also catapulted her into the world of acting and modeling. Tate's striking features and captivating presence became her calling card as she transitioned from pageants to the silver screen. Throughout her career, she would continue to be acknowledged for her looks, but many would come to appreciate her talents and charisma as well. As her life unfolded, her beauty remained a notable aspect, intertwining with her legacy and influence in the entertainment industry. Before getting into acting, Sharon Tate met and signed a contract with Martin Ransohoff, the director of Filmways Incorporated. With Ransohoff's guidance, Tate was able to secure minor roles on network sitcoms like Mr. Ed, where she showcased her charm. She also had a recurring part on the Beverly Hillbillies, further building her presence in television. Although she was reportedly considered for the role of Billy Joe on the comedy Petticoat Junction, she was turned down due to her lack of self-confidence at that time. Regardless of early setbacks, in 1965, she appeared alongside David Niven in the film Eye of the Devil, marking a significant step in her film career. Following that, Tate starred in 5 more films, including a notable role in Roman Polanski's spoof The Fearless Vampire Hunters. She also co-starred with Dean Martin in The Wrecking Crew. Her breakthrough moment came with her role in Valley of the Dolls, which earned her a nomination for New Star of the Year at the Golden Globe Awards in 1968. As Tate's star rose, so did her romance profile. She began a passionate relationship with dashing French actor Philippe Fourcade in 1963, and they became engaged within a few months. This relationship was marked by intense love, but it was also incredibly volatile. They fought almost constantly, struggling to balance their demanding careers with their personal lives. By 1964, their romance could not withstand the pressures, and they split. Shortly after their breakup, Tate met Jay Sebring, a sailor who had transitioned to a hairstylist for the stars. Their brief relationship was marked by Sebring's deep admiration for Tate, which was not fully reciprocated. He proposed to her, but Tate, drawing from her experiences with Fourcade, declined. She expressed her desire to concentrate on her burgeoning career instead. Despite the end of their romance, Tate and Sebring remained close friends, illustrating her ability to maintain connections even after relationships changed. Their story reflects the complexities of love and ambition in the entertainment industry. In the late 1960s, Sharon Tate met Roman Polanski, a talented director known for his unique films. This meeting happened soon after she expressed interest in landing a role in his film The Fearless Vampire Killers. While their initial encounter wasn't marked by an instant romantic spark, both Tate and Polanski felt a connection develop over time. As they spent more moments together, they began to truly appreciate each other's talents and personalities. Their relationship blossomed against the backdrop of Hollywood's vibrant culture. Eventually, they decided to marry, and this union set the stage for a fascinating yet turbulent chapter in both of their lives. Polanski's genius in filmmaking, showcased in masterpieces like Rosemary's Baby and Chinatown, became intertwined with Tate's rising career as an actress. This marriage represented not just a personal journey for both of them, but also a significant moment in the film industry as they navigated love, ambition, and creativity together. On August 8, 1969, the promising career of American actress Sharon Tate was tragically cut short in a shocking and brutal act of violence. At the time of her death, Tate was 8.5 months pregnant with her son. She had been enjoying a peaceful evening with friends, including actresses Joanna Pettit and Barbara Lewis, who were visiting her at her home. Earlier that day, Tate had received phone calls from her husband, director Roman Polanski, and her younger sister Deborah, who had planned to visit her. Deborah wanted to pick up a saddle Sharon had bought for her while in Europe, but Tate had to decline, offering to meet at another time. She had plans to dine at El Coyote Cafe with her close friend, Jay Sebring, along with Wojtek Frykowski, a friend of Polanski, his girlfriend Abigail Folger, and Stephen Parent, a caretaker's friend who had come by to visit. At about 10:30 p.m., after their dinner, the group returned to the home in the hills of Los Angeles. Shortly after midnight, they were all murdered by members of the Manson family, including Charles Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian. They had been instructed by Charles Manson to carry out the killings, though the victims' identities were not the true motive. The real reason behind the murders was that the house, previously rented to record producer Terry Melcher, had become associated with Manson's delusions about gaining fame. The murders were horrific, and the crime scene has become infamous in American history. The following night, Manson's followers murdered Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in a similar fashion. In September 1969, several members of the Manson family were arrested on unrelated charges. This led to breakthroughs in the investigation into the Tate murders. The motive was not targeted at the individuals involved, but rather at the house and its past connections. In 1994, the original house was demolished, and a new home was built on the site. The address was changed to 10,066 Cielo Drive to distance it from the horrors that had occurred there. Sharon Tate's life, and the lives of her friends, ended in an unimaginable tragedy that would continue to haunt the history of Hollywood for years to come. After her daughter's tragic death, Tate's mother, Doris Tate, became a passionate advocate for the rights and protections of victims. In 1982, she played a crucial role in the passing of the Victims' Rights Bill in California. This important legislation allowed victims of crimes and their loved ones to share statements about the impact of those crimes during certain stages of the legal process, including during parole hearings. Doris later established the Coalition on Victims' Equal Rights, drawing attention to the needs of victimized families. In recognition of her tireless work, U.S. President George H.W. Bush honored Doris Tate in 1992, shortly before her passing later that year. Following her mother's legacy, Patty Tate, Sharon's youngest sister, continued the fight by helping to found the Doris Tate Crime Victims Bureau. Unfortunately, Patty succumbed to cancer in 2000, leaving their middle sister Deborah to carry on the mission. In 2012, Elisa Statman, a close friend of Patty, published the book Restless Souls, which included portions from the unfinished autobiographies of Sharon's family members. In 2014, Deborah Tate released a coffee table book called Sharon Tate Recollection, focusing solely on Sharon's life and career, avoiding the darker aspects of her death. In 2016, actress Katie Cassidy portrayed Tate in Wolves at the Door, a horror film inspired by the Manson family murders. 3 years later, Quentin Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood featured Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate, presenting a reimagined narrative around the events leading to her tragic end, which was presented in a fictional twist. Although her life was cut short, Sharon Tate remains an enduring icon in Hollywood, forever remembered for her influence on pop culture, notably through films like the cult classic Valley of the